Hey guys, this is Lyubaka, and today I'm gonna show you how to clip your toenails with a very small kitchen knife. Alright, everybody under 13 left already. It is the, I don't know what number YouTube apocalypse going on right now with the stupid COPPA implementation, a law from the 80s I guess, even earlier, from the early days of AOL. Anyways, I'm gonna worry about my channels later. What I'll probably do is wipe out everything that has anything to do with kids, because nowadays the term made for kids and family friendly I guess coincide. All this will do eventually is just bring all sorts of garbage to YouTube, and this is what the goal is for the big four network giants. They want to destroy all the small creators. Anyways, they've taken over YouTube already. Everywhere you look is only clips from their already grossing millions of dollars broadcasts. You didn't come here for this. You came here to learn what I use for walleye. So anyways, I'm hiding in my bunker here. I'm going to show you a lot of my secrets, so let's go. First and foremost, I'm going to show you my Aquarius rod. This is my go-to rod, and this one I use whenever I'm throwing crankbaits, small swim baits, jigs and twisters. A lot of times I'll use it for drop shot fishing as well. And I do use drop shot fishing for walleye just because it allows for a very different type of presentation, something that they don't see on a regular basis. So I've always enjoyed doing that. I have this rod, compliments of my friends at Aquarius Rods LLC. They're rod builders right here in Wisconsin. And back in the day when I got it, these rods were selling for over 500 bucks. So I'll never be able to spend this kind of money, especially not on this YouTube revenue that I have nowadays. It's gotten to be a sad deal for small timers like myself. I used to get over 100,000 views a month, and now I'm down to, I guess, about 10 to 20,000 if I'm lucky. So here I have it set up with a small shallow running shad bait, and I always like to use a small snap, just a small lure snap. I don't like to use the swivels because the swivels actually get in the way of proper presentation. At least that's my opinion. Even when I'm trout fishing, I tie directly. I used to tie a fluorocarbon leader. I haven't lately. To me, sometimes it actually gets in the way of the presentation, because if right now I'm using a 12-pound godline braid, and if I put like a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, that's probably 3 times the thickness, and it definitely gets in the way of the presentation, especially in fast current where I'm trying to target shallow water walleyes. This one is set up with a Shimano Stratic, and this one particularly is the 2500 size. I love this reel. I've been really pleased with it, and I'll keep using it. So this is my go-to rod when I'm going for crankbaits up to a size, I'd say 4.5, 5 inches crankbait, like a Husky Jerk or a Smithwick, some of the bigger Storms, Thunder Sticks. I'll go with my Aquarius rod. This is like a medium fast action, and the blank is a mud hole blank, so it really handles fish well. What I like about it is the handle style. It's like a snake skin weave that comes out of the blank, so basically all vibration gets transferred directly. This would be my go-to setup when I'm crankbaiting. Next one up, this is the one that I used to catch my biggest walleye for this year. This is my Daiwa Tatula. This is a bait casting setup, and I recently switched to mono. This is 20-pound Berkeley. The reason why I'm using a mono right now is because the guides freeze. Right now we're in freezing temperatures here in Wisconsin. It it makes it a lot harder to use braid, and this improves my casting. So I've been using generally all sorts of big swim baits, giant swim baits like these that I've loved using. The big one came on something about this size. So this is generally what I would go to. The exact model, because these are the Pro Paddle Tails by Storm. The exact model was the Walleye Swim Shed, but this is a 4-inch. The one that I used to catch my big fish was a 5-incher. I couldn't find them in the 5-inch, and this is the Citrus Chartreuse Silver Shiner. I also got the Yellow Perch, which for our stretch of water is ideal, I'd say. Now this is going to be a little bit longer video. I'll try to timestamp it for those who are lazy and don't want to go through the whole thing. So this would be my setup when I'm going with heavy swim baits. I have a lot of room in my bunker down here. So the particular model of this one is 731 medium heavy fast. So this is 7 foot 3 inches, and for lure weights of 1/4 to 1 ounce, and line weights from 10 to 20 pounds. I really love this rod. This one I got compliments of my friends Ilian and Vlad, for which I'm forever grateful. As you can tell, I'm a cheap ass. I don't buy my own stuff. I wait for people to give me gifts. Next one up, this one. I've also put a sock on it, and this is my St. Croix Icon. This is my rod right here, and my St. Croix Icon, this one, again, a gift. This one came from Jet Armor, which is a local company that makes boat upholstery. I'll link everybody in the description. Really grateful to everybody who has sponsored me in any shape or form. Right now I've tied a shadow wrap on this one, and as you can see, again, yellow perch pattern, which for my stretch of water seems to be a go-to color. This one has a very thick type of rattle, and it has like a very wide wobble, so I like this. The minnow profile is good out here. Well, I seem to prefer this type of bait. So this particular model, EC6, which stands for Icon, and this one is 6 foot 6, medium light, fast action. So the power of the rod definitely is designed. Let me see if I can show you. It's designed to load very nicely. And the reason why I use a 6-pound mono, I don't know if I mentioned that, 6-pound mono Berkeley on this one, again, because the guides would freeze otherwise, and for the freezing temps, this wouldn't be a good solution. This one has a 1500 size Daiwa on, so Daiwa reel in the smaller size for jigs and shad tails and smaller crabs. So these three are my go-tos, and cheers, since we're no longer family friendly, I guess I can have a beer. Next thing up, before I show you what I use, I'll show you my nets. So this one is heavy duty rubber mesh by Freybill, on about a 22 inch head, and this one is a collapsible, so it comes down. I have it tied with a string so I can carry it over my shoulder when I'm wading. This helps a lot, especially in a river like ours where you always have to have your hands free. Definitely for casting, that's all you need. You want to have this over your shoulder so it's not in the way when you're casting. So this is one of my nets that I use. The other one that I use, this is also a Freybill net, and I have a custom mesh. This one I need to wash it because it's taken a lot of beating and a lot of green algae, but I like using this for trout especially. It's a smaller mesh and it's softer, so it's more gentle on the fish, but for walleye it definitely works very well. So this is like a wading net. It used to have that small traditional, probably like a quarter inch, if not a fifth of an inch eye, and one day I was down at the Root River and a buck salmon just zipped through it. I had to put my fly rod through the whole thing, catch it on the other end, so I could actually toss the net and actually land it with an actual big net. So be aware of that. Those nets are very nice, but if you are fighting a big fish like a pike or any other toothy fish that can go face first, it can cut through your net like there's no tomorrow. The other two rods that I'm going to show you, that's not traditional for walleye fishermen. Not too many people do it. I love doing it. I love fishing for walleye with a fly rod. So out here I have two rods, and I'll tell you a little bit about each of them. This one is my Temple Fork Outfitters, and this is a 8 weight, 9 foot, 4 piece. It's with a Prestige reel, and it's with a 8 weight line. This line used to be a weight forward line with a sink tip, but I was musky fishing, I got snagged, I set, and the whole sink tip was gone. I guess with the years, the section where the weighted part of the line came decided to go. What I usually do with this one, I have like a 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon leader, and then I like using about a 4-inch weighted claustrum, that my friends are tying. I'll link a video to show you that. There's just no time in a small video like this to deal with this. Chartreuse and white is my go-to color for this. Sometimes I'll go with dark colors, and sometimes I'll actually go to like a size 6 white woolly bugger. I haven't found good quality hooks on the commercially produced ones. I liked buying my woolly buggers online, auctions from eBay. Again, I'm cheap, so that's how I do it. So sometimes I'll fall on hooks that don't last too long, and this is one of the detrimental factors, that sometimes you might hook into a fish and the hook might break. And again, I gotta invest better, but with all the rocks on our river, I don't know, I had a leverage between the price. And the other rod I'm gonna show you, this is a custom built rod that I got from Michigan, and this one was built by B&J Tackle Company in Two Rivers, Michigan. This one is a 5/6 weight, and I have it teamed up with a WR3 reel by Cabela's with a 6 weight floating line. And with this one, I usually target shallow water fish. This is the rod that I used when I caught my personal best smallmouth, which was 7.3, again on our stretch of the Wisconsin River. All of the videos that I'm talking about are in my library. You can look them up, enjoy them. There's so much out there to see. So these are my go-to rods. Essentials for walleye fishing. The reason why a lot of my walleye pictures aren't as good is, reason one, I'm usually fishing by myself. So when you're solo fishing, you're really worried about the health of the fish and releasing it properly. So whatever picture counts, I usually have just a picture of the fish laying in the net, focused as much as possible. A lot of times the battery is almost dead, so you can expect miracles from that. And the other thing, usually the best walleye fishing is in the low light hours. So this is a very helpful friend you should have with you. And always have a lamp like this. Again, when you want to have your hands free and be able to carry all the tackle that you want to be carrying with you, this is very important, so you don't fall face first into the rocks. That would not be nice. One thing you've seen a lot of my videos is I use gloves. A lot of people ask me if they keep me warm. No, they do not, but it's better than having your bare skin. These are shark bite gloves, and they have the index and the middle finger exposed as well as the thumb, so you have the dexterity and you can touch stuff that you need to touch when you're retying and unhooking fish. The major reason for the gloves is sun protection, but they do help with the wind, so that you do feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'd say those are basics that you want to use. Definitely good waders are a must. I've been using different kinds of waders. Right now I have my boot foot waders that are by Fishing Sir. I've been really happy with them. I also love my Hodgman thick neoprene waders, and I use those with Corker's boots. So these I've been really happy with. And my friend Justin is trying to call me in the middle of my recording again, as always. So cheers to you, Justin. I'll yell at you when I'm done. So much for the setup. Let's jump into the unboxing. So this one just came in the mail right now. This is the Mr. Tackle Box Pro for the month of November. I have my little Japanese sushi knife here, so let's go. Make the surgical cut and we get to get the first look at it. And now I get to get a good look at it. So let's grab a card and let's go. The Walleye Pro says what's inside right here. It says Lucky Craft. Okay, I like to hear Lucky Craft in the beginning. It's a $13 bait. Savage Gear, great company. 3D minnow from them, that's a $8 bait. Z-Man Streak Out, Blitz Lures Blitz Bait, Northland Tackle Forage Minnow Jig. This one's probably ice fishing already. And let's just jump into them and see what we got. So this would be the Lucky Craft. This is the Lucky Craft Stacy. So this one, Laser Clear Ghost, 80mm, 8.6 grams. So I'd say this is more of a trolling bait, and Lucky Craft are known for very precise builds. So this is one I'll definitely enjoy when the time comes for it. I don't really troll, and I don't have a lot of trolling waters. There's another trolling bait right here, and this would be the Savage Gear one. This is the Savage Gear 3D minnow. I don't know how focused we are on it. So this is another diver. Good color, bright color, and this one, it says made in China. So the Fire Tiger. So this is their version of the Fire Tiger color. Again, good color. I'll be happy to try it. I'd call it more of a citrus color. It reminds me a lot of the Berkeley Gulp Alive, the minnow color that they use in their chartreuse. Blitz Blade Bait. This is like a cicada type of bait, or a zip lure, whatever you want to call them. These are really good. These this time of year, it's a good surge bait. This one says it's $4.29, and the Savage Gear was $8. So this one, honestly, if you're desperate, you probably snag a fish before anything, because these do find the fish, but at least you will know where the fish are. So I've been out deep water fishing with zip baits like this, white bass and largemouth bass tear them up as well. So not bad. This is a pretty heavy one. Let's see, it says great for walleye, stripers and bass, of course. And this is a ½ ounce, and the color is Gold Prism. So this one is from Blitz Blades. Let's put it up here somewhere. Alright, it says solid one piece, 100% light zinc alloy. Northland. Now this is the Northland Tackle Forage Minnow. These, I like using these ice fishing. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be able to use them from the boat vertically jigging. Tip them with a minnow head, or you can use a small crappie minnow, I guess. They will work perfectly. You might want to use them for crappie also. These are 1/16 ounce. So a little bit deeper crappies, that would work for them. These are priced at $3.89. Okay, we have Z-Man Streak Z. So a little bit earlier I was talking about drop shot fishing for walleye. This would be the bait. It's like a fluke style bait. You could use it on a jig, but I'd say the perfect presentation for this would be drop shot. This one is priced at $4.49. Next one up, this one got my eye right away. These are big bite baits, paddle tail, $3.39. There's a bunch of them in here, like a dozen maybe, no, 10 of them. I'll go through a thing like that in a day. And these seem to be salted. They also have a flake inside, so good color, very interesting. I gotta see the action. You can't go wrong with a paddle tail. Paddle tail is a great bait. So this one is priced at $3.39. Another big bite. This one, oh, this is another big bite paddle tail. So they have two different ones. Let me see which one this is. Unless this is a bonus one. I'll put this on the side for now, but I think I got a bonus back in this one. This is a great water crawler harness. I don't know how effective this will be in November. Okay, crawler harness for trolling for walleye. Sure, come springtime I'll get good use of that. And this is stopper walleye gear duper. So these are two jigs. They have a very unique shape of the head. These are priced at $1.99, so a buck a piece for each jig. I'd say you can never go wrong with extra jigs. I don't know if I can team these particular ones up with any of the baits I have in the box because they're very, very light. This is a very light jig. I might pitch it on that St. Croix icon, shallow water. Never know, might work. So this Scooper Duper, those were the jigs right here by Walleye Gear Stopper. And as I said earlier, there's two separate packs of big bite baits paddle tails, two different colors, and I'm guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I guess I got a bonus pack in there, and as usual the traditional stickers, which I'm not really happy with, but I guess that's a team pride type of deal. Once I join the team, then I'll be happy to display the sticker for the catch company. Overall, not a bad box. Gotta get out and fish, I guess. But with the conditions we've been having, I might throw those blitz blades. The cold that we have right now, this would be a good search bait to use. But I'll definitely be sticking to giant swim baits that I already bought for the purpose, in the chartreuse and in the yellow perch colors. Thank you for watching. Be safe during the YouTube apocalypse that's upon us, and do what you love because life is way too short. Lyubaka out.